Oh, hello, dear. If you guys are new to the channel, this is currently the only bike that I own, the 2023 Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. But if you watch any of my videos, you will soon see that I take this thing absolutely everywhere. Mountain runs, sand dunes, enduro riding, adventure riding, and even off-road riding in the rain. But that's a video for another day. Now, whilst I have constantly been impressed by how capable this thing actually is for just a tiny little scrambler, a few times of late I have actually been feeling those off-road bumps more and more. And while I'm not immediately looking to add another bike to the garage or to replace the big Husky, I do just want to see what's out there and test ride a few bikes and see exactly what it is I might be looking for in my next setup. And because I bloody love my Husky, the first bike up for test is the Husqvarna 701 Enduro. Oh, hello, dear. The first thing I noticed with the 701 was how tall it actually is. I used to own a Tenere and found the seat height on that to be pretty perfect for me, but the 701 is 50mm taller stock, and then this thing had an aftermarket seat that gave it another 30mm of height, which is just way too big for me, and this was not the only time I struggled to get the kickstand up. The windscreen was a cool addition to give it more of an adventure feel, and along with that awesome sounding exhaust, it kind of had the perfect amount of mods done, ready for adventure. Well, after struggling to get on the bike, I had quite a few Ks on the bitumen to get to the fun stuff, and instantly I realised how not fit for riding on the road this thing was. The tyres were definitely more aggressive than the factory tyres, and it took me quite a few Ks to actually feel comfortable riding it on the road. But when I got onto the sand, it started to become a little more fun. Initially, I thought that maybe it was having some weird power issues, but it turns out that it was just the traction control. I am definitely not used to a bike having that feature. But once I got the hang of it, things started to get a little more natural, and I was having a whole lot of fun. But then I headed back on the bitumen to cruise my way out to the bush, and this is where I had a pretty early indication that this was not going to be the bike for me. I was very quickly sore in the back, my arms, and especially my ass, despite the fact that it had the comfier, thicker seat. And I know this thing is an enduro bike and not an adventure bike, but I was hoping it would be a little more comfortable to ride. Kudos to anyone who uses these on big trips, but I would just be way too sore after just a few hours. But when I finally did make it back to the bush, this thing almost crawled its way back into contention for my next bike. The power, the performance, the handling, the way it just wanted to get up and go, it honestly blew me away. And while sometimes on my 401 I feel like I'm pushing the limits of that bike, I more felt like I was just along for the ride on this bike, because this thing has way more power than I will ever know what to do with. So I know I mentioned it in the video, but the 701 just isn't the bike for me. For starters, it is absolutely huge. And being only 176 centimeters tall, I don't think I have enough confidence in my riding ability for the height of that bike to not become a factor. But I think the biggest sign that it wasn't going to be the bike for me was with how few boxes it actually ticked. Now, don't get me wrong, that was probably the most capable bike I have ever ridden off-road, and I had so much fun smashing it through the bush. But that enduro style riding isn't going to be the majority of what I want to do, and I think I want a bike that's capable across a few more fronts. Now, I'm probably just being biased because I own this bike, but one of the reasons I love this is because it ticks so many different boxes. It loves corners. It performs okay off-road. Look, it can take a full adventure setup. I'm comfortable just cruising into town. There are so many things that this bike can do with so few compromises, and I think that's probably what I'm going to be looking for in my next bike. Not something that just ticks one category and performs really well in that category, but something that gives me 5s, 6s, and maybe even 7s across the whole board. That's something that interests me more rather than something that can perform really well in just one area. So test number 1 has given me a lot to think about, but the 701 will definitely not be ending up in my garage. What do you guys think I should test next? Is there something you can think of that kind of fits more categories, something that I haven't thought of yet? I do have a couple of bikes that I do want to test ride coming up, so hopefully they will be coming up on the channel soon. If you haven't made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.